It's a very, very attractive style. It's done in the Baroque style. And at 11 o'clock today, they'll be singing High Mass, I beg your pardon, in Latin inside that church. Beautifully decorated on the interior. Tony Blair, our former Prime Minister, 2 of his sons attended the school connected to that church. 2 of my brothers went to that school as well. And if my brothers can get into a school, it's not that special at all. Trust me. Now, if any of you, I'm sure you've done a bit of retail therapy while you've been here, folks, but we're coming up to probably the best known store, one of the best known in the world, but definitely here in Britain, Harrods department store. Harrods' motto is everything for everybody, everywhere. And you'll see it on the right-hand side as we move along the street. It's very attractive at night, this huge store. It occupies one whole block, and strewn across the outside of the building, you've got over 8,000 lights. And it looks like an ocean liner adrift on the sea at night. Absolutely beautiful. They've got the Christmas decks up, of course, and Harrods will be open today from 12 o'clock. Generally, the big stores in London on a Sunday, in Britain I beg your pardon, on a Sunday, they're only allowed to trade for 6 hours, so they're usually open at around 12 until 6. Some of them opening at 10 till 4. Harrods, you can get anything you want there. Ladies and girls in particular, if you do come along to Harrods, always pop down this street there on the right. That's absolutely full of little boutiques. My wife tells me it's very good for handbags and shoes. But Harrods is just up here on the right now. It's been situated here in Knightsbridge since 1849, everyone. And you can get pretty much whatever you want in there. You will pay the same price for a book or for a CD, for instance, as you would pay in any high street in any town in Britain. It's what we call the retail registered price. But you could walk in there today and come out an hour or so later after buying yourself a huge luxury yacht or a helicopter or a plane. You know, they can get you anything you want on the right-hand side. Harry Redknapp's going in there on Monday to see if he can get 3 points. Now guys, if any of you enjoy your motor vehicles, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Brian to do a left-hand turn here. I want to take you down and show you the Royal Albert Hall. But if any of you enjoy your cars, particularly any Formula One fans, there's a little treat. We're going to turn left at the next corner here. It's a very sharp left. As we turn, guys, I'm going to ask you to look to the right. Once we turn the corner, you will see a Formula One car hanging off the wall. It's a McLaren, and it's hanging above, it used to be driven by Jenson Button, it's hanging above the McLaren MP4 road car. So what you've got to do now, everyone, is we're turning. It's hanging off the wall. It's kind of in front of us now. Hopefully Brian will get round here, but sorry, Brian. There it is, over on the right-hand side, guys. Hanging off the wall, draped on the wall, as it were. And beneath it, you can see the MP4 car with the gull wings. But also, guys, what I hope you'll be able to see, if you look further into the store, you've got an old 1980s McLaren car that was raced around the Formula One circuits here on the right. Now that deserves a round of applause, that bit of driving there. You're a Formula One driver. Right, well done, mate. And you guys on the right, take a look up here. I can see a couple of troopers, squaddies from the British Army on that concrete balcony up to the right. Have a look at them. Very often you will see horses up there looking down at you, because that is the barracks of the household cavalry, the Blues and Royals and the Lifeguards. Hopefully we'll be seeing members of the Lifeguards, of the Blues and the Royals a little later today. That's the barracks, and the horses stable block is actually situated up there. Because it's a barracks, it's got very high walls, security, and they like to get the air through the stable block, so they get the horses up there with a series of gradual ramps, but also you've got elevators, lifts as well. I see Australia did well against Wales yesterday, beat them down in Cardiff. I don't know whether you heard, guys, but England beat New Zealand. Now you are going to be hearing about that for the rest of your lives, because anytime you ever meet an English person, and this could be in 50 years' time, we'll still be talking about it the day we finally beat the All Blacks. On the right, guys, a huge park. There'll be football matches going on here to the right a little later. Maybe there's something happening already. Hyde Park and Kensington Gardens, which are connected. They're one giant park in all. You've got 625 acres. Huge area. Now please look to the left-hand side. The first cream building here on the left, guys, you'll see 2 circular blue plaques on the left now. One of them tells us that John F. Kennedy used to live in that house. That was when he was a young man. His father was the American ambassador here in the 1930s. This range of buildings as well, this is where the Iranian embassy was, and that was stormed by the Special Air Service troops in 1982. They came down from the roof on ropes, and they abseiled down and threw grenades stun grenades in through the windows, entered the premises and shot dead 7 of the 8 Iranian terrorists who were holding the occupants of the embassy hostage. It was played out on TV screens as well, because you had all the news cameras outside the building across the road, so pretty dramatic. As soon as we cross over this road, guys, the park changes in name, although it's still one giant park, but it changes from Hyde Park to Kensington Palace Gardens. Kensington Palace is a little bit further down, guys. We're not going to go down there because they've got road closure today down near the palace. But that's where William and Kate will be living. That will be their formal home once he's finished with the Royal Air Force Search and Rescue team. Up on the right-hand side, through the trees in front of us, you will see the Albert Memorial in a moment, guys. Beautiful, high Victorian, neo-Gothic structure. I'm going to see if we can we're just going to pull in just up here a little bit further, if we can, guys, behind that car. Now, have a look to the right, guys. We're just pulling in for a moment, and then we're going to be moving off.